Hello and welcome. I hope you're doing all you can to help the most vulnerable people in the world. In today's exciting episode, we take a look at the October sewing challenges because I've sort of been rearranging all my jackets and everything. So yeah, sewing challenges for this month.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
I have actually been working on something. Look at this. She's so pretty in pink. It's adorable. It's the second watermelon jacket, and I finally got around to beading it with all those pale pink sequins. Oh my gosh, it is the most adorable thing you've ever seen. It is so sweet. Anyway, so I did that, and then I decided in my infinite wisdom that I was going to do a little bit of work on moving. I'm sort of recataloguing all my jackets and the ones that are beaded, ones that aren't beaded, putting all my fabrics in different ways. Anyway, so everything's everywhere at the moment. So we're just going to, and it is the start of another month. Gosh, where has the year gone? Anyway, so it is October, so we are going to look at the October 2025 sewing challenges rather quickly. So first of all, I got this information from Stash Hub, and they've got an app and you organise all your stash, which is what I'm doing at the moment, just in person. It's, goodness. Anyway, so that's where I got this information from. So I'm not sponsored, but they were the ones who collected all this information in a lovely blog post. I'll put a link below if you want to go and read it. And yeah, so October 2025. First up, our first sewing challenge is... This is part of the whole year. They have this sew a garment a month, and each month has a theme. So October's is Obscure Ideas October, and you have to make a garment from a pattern company you don't know very well, or show an obscure technique, use a fabric or print that obscures something like a pocket or an error or something, and obscure, and then they go into obscure can mean intricate, dark or hidden. Show us a garment with obscure features. As always, give your creativity free rein. Well, most of the things I make have intricate details, so I guess you count anything I make as fitting into that category. But I guess if it sparks an idea in you, then it's good for you, I guess. Next up, we have Sew Recreate the Look 2025. I think this was in June last year, and I didn't actually end up making it, but I chose Audrey Hepburn. So you're supposed to think of a film or a old-fashioned, old-time movie star, someone who inspires you, or a look that you've made previously and you want to recreate it. So yeah, I chose Audrey Hepburn, and I did an inspo video where I collected loads of pictures from movies she's been in, and then I found vintage patterns that you could buy now that could get you, if you want to remake a dress from one of her movies, maybe try using this pattern and these sort of fabrics. I did a video on that, and I really love that Givenchy gown that she wears in Sabrina. It's white and it has black embroidered flowers on it, and I had a floral that's had a black base with white flowers on it. I ended up turning it into two different little boleros and beading each of them differently, but it was good fun making the video. So yeah, highly recommend that challenge if you're looking for something to do. It was so much fun gathering all the pictures and everything. I actually had those two little boleros out today because I was rearranging, putting all different things in different boxes. I still haven't done the design feature on the back of either one, but the beading is done over the whole jacket apart from the feature on the back. Anyway, next up we have Sew Upcycle 2025. So this is I think they do this in Me Made May, and then they do the same thing again in October. So in autumn, Northern Hemisphere, autumn. And it's just, you take something you no longer wear, or something it was never quite right that you made it and you just don't wear it, and you just turn it into something that you will wear. Oh, and I think this time they're telling you to use something around your house. So like turn a towel or a ripped pair of jeans into a bag that you can use or something like that. Less interested in that than I do like making bags, but I always mean to make like I really want to make beaded handbags, mini handbags, but I just get so distracted with making jackets because I don't know, to me they're more fun. Anyway, Upcycle 2025, if that's your bag. I mean, if you like going thrift store shopping, then this is a good excuse to do that and to do something with what you buy there. Next up, we have Worktober, which is where you make something that you can wear in the workplace. Gosh, that sounds incredibly boring to me. I just think like sewing is a hobby. It should be. I like making things I could never afford to buy. So I guess if you really want a gorgeous, well-fitted suit that you have to wear a well-fitted suit to work, but you really can't afford one of the really beautiful ones that you have your eye on, then I guess you could do that. But yeah, I prefer to make things that are just fun and I don't know. People always complain that the things I make, they're like, that's gorgeous, but where would you ever wear it? I'm like, you don't have to wear aggressively boring clothes all day, every day. Like when I was young, I had to look after, both my parents had cancer and I had to look after them. And my mum she was really into organic farming and permaculture, which is where you grow all sort of things together and they sort of help each other. Like some things take certain nutrients from the soil, so you have to rotate the crops every season to enrich the soil. And anyway, but she was too sick to do that, so I would, help out. We also had some property up in the country, and so occasionally a tree would fall down and you have to get the chainsaw out and cut it up and put into sizable logs, and so that you have to put all the broken branches and things through the wood chipper. And one time my father had misplaced the protective eyewear, those clear glass big glasses that you wear in a lab, where you have to wear them when you use a chainsaw. So I just wore my Chanel sunglasses, and I was wearing a dress at the time and just the normal impractical shoes that I always wear. I think they're practical, but other people think they're impractical. So, I mean, I just don't get when people say my clothes are impractical. I'm like, impractical for what? Like, just because you're not wearing the stereotypical outfit that a person wears when they're doing whatever doesn't mean you can't wear it. So yeah, Worktober. So if you want to make, if you've seen a really beautiful Armani suit and you want to make one like it, then yeah, have at it. Vogue 7975, such a good jacket pattern. Anyway, then the last two more. We've got Fizz. I talked about this last month. It's so if you've got to go to they have this fancy party, but basically you make a dress that you could wear to a garden wedding or a garden party or afternoon tea at a really fancy hotel. And then you take a photo of it, post it on Instagram, same things you do for all of the challenges. And yeah, so if you want to make a fancy floral dress, and that is the competition for you. And then lastly, we have My Makes October 25. For this sewing challenge, you don't actually have to, there's no theme or anything. It's just whatever you're sewing through October. And then you have to tag the right people, and there's sponsors. So I assume there's prizes. And yeah, I never actually enter anything, but presumably if you click on it, just as I said, the link's below. And yeah, They usually have, you just have to tag certain people and use a certain hashtag, and then you're in the running to win some prizes. So, and then that's it for this month's challenges. But then they have the continuing sewing challenges. There's two sort of categories for this. The first one is the stash busting ones, where basically they encourage you to use up some of your stash instead of buying new stuff. And then the next set, the next three are planning and accountability challenges. Definitely, if you don't really sewing, you don't really have time to do any sewing, but you want to think about sewing, I definitely recommend, getting out stuff from your stash, reorganizing your stash. Every time I do that, I just have like a million ideas of things that I want to make, and it gets me so inspired, and I just want to make them all at once. But also, if you're sort of sick or recovering or something like that, I highly, highly recommend Make 9. It's where you think of 9 things that you just absolutely dream of making, and you're not sure you have the skills or anything, but one day these are the things that are inspiring me to get enough technique that one day I will be able to maybe make these, that sort of thing. It has been so much fun deciding on them and planning it, and I've actually done a lot of them now. Still got quite a few to do, but yeah, Make 9, it's a great challenge. It's so much fun, all the planning, and it's really inspiring for me anyway. This is a sped up version of all the slides of all the prep work I'd done. So I'm planning my vintage brooch jacket at the moment. I think originally I was going to just make a short sleeve jacket and stitch the brooch style beading onto the actual jacket, but I think I'm going to do it the Alexander McQueen way and make the brooch be like the beading that looks like brooches on a frame, and then cut out each little beaded cluster and then stitch them on to the actual jacket that's already made. So I think I might do it that way. Anyway, so that's all the sewing challenges for this month and the ongoing ones. I think if I was going to do one, I think I would be tempted to do the recreate the look. That was so much fun, looking at all the pictures of Audrey Hepburn and watching some of the movies. And yeah, I love funny face. Like some of it's like, it's a romantic movie about this creepy photographer who just has no respect for women, and he's like 100 years old, plus Audrey Hepburn, who always looks like a teenager. So, it's questionable in the way that all vintage movies are questionable. But yeah, it's set in New York and Paris, 2 of my 3 favorite metropolitan cities. So yeah, I would probably do that, but with another thing, I don't know, I'm really into artworks at the moment, so I'd probably just think of all my favorite artworks and try and recreate the impression of an artwork in a jacket or something like that. Anyway, but I think most people do like designer looks if they like something that, they saw on the catwalk, or they saw their favorite celebrity wear on Instagram. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you've been inspired to make something or recreate something fabulous. Again, the information there'll be a link in the description box below, and all the information was gathered in a blog post by the people at Stash Hub. And I think the next episode that you'll see from me will be me beading this adorable pink watermelon jacket. Loads of different sequins on there. So there's the pink sequins sort of over all of the background, and then I also put some other sequins over each slice of watermelon. It's so cute. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks again for watching, and happy sewing and beading. I'm really into beading at the moment. I'm going to do a bead haul video of all my beads that are shaped like flowers and leaves. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. They're fascinating to me because it's my collection. I watched some other bead haul videos and I just love how much people love their bead collections. Anyway, thanks for watching. Happy sewing.